Hi guys. Yeah, I didn't see that I actually clicked on the live button. I don't know if anyone is live yet or on my stream. I'm going to go see now. Um, okay, my mother will be moderating my channel shortly. Um, okay, guys, I'm gonna sort of start off right from the bat. You know, this life we're living is actually making me sick and tired. Sick and tired of constantly explaining myself. Sick and tired of constantly fighting. Look, I'm actually not a fighter. I don't fight with fists. I feel words of the constant fighting, and I'm meaning with words. I just wish my life would be normal. But yeah, I suppose it comes more with the age, eh? You grow up, you get older, you learn more things. But the thing is, when you're a child, you constantly wishing, you know, I want to grow up, I want to grow up, I want to be old, I want to be old. But when you're old, you actually want to be young. So life is a bit too hard. I know that feeling. I know that feeling all too well. I always used to say to my mom, I want to be older, I want to make money. Now that I'm old, I want to be younger. And see, TBC is young, 2 years old. A lot of people might wish it was older, but you know what? As I've learned through the years, you get thrown obstacles and things which you get over and you learn. It works like that when it comes to marriages, it works like it when it comes to families, it works like it when it comes to businesses, cryptos. Look at what Bitcoin went through, TBC went through last year. So we've all had our own challenges and our own hurdles in our personal lives, in our work lives, and in all the other parts of our lives as well. And that's where I want to get to what I want to say today. You know, we've got 5 days left, guys. 5 days left to the migration, and then what's left? What people gonna do then? Everyone's so hyped for migration. Does everyone know what task is lying for us after migration?
Good question. Good evening, everybody. This is Mad Murphy. Good evening. Good evening. Just brought my coffee.
Um, you know, like I said, everyone is so hyped for migration. Everyone wants to do migration. Everyone wants this. Everyone wants that. But at the end of the day, are you going to put the work in order to get the people through the migration? Orphans, members, everyone else. Are you actually going to sit there and help them and work with them to make sure that they get through? Help them answer the questions, not help them answer the questions, but teach them. Teach them TBC so when they answer the questions properly. And you know, just like when you go looking for a boss, and if you haven't got any skill or knowledge about the job, the task at hand, or the job you applied for and you got, then you get training. It works the same with TBC. Us leaders need to train the newbies and train the orphans and everyone to be able to work for TBC and to promote TBC the way they're supposed to. And yes, so at the end of the day, everything comes to those good things comes to those who wait. Sometimes it takes a bit of time. Like TBC, it's taken a bit of time to get to where we are now. But what have we done in that time? We distributed Bitcoin to over 3 million members. We have we have done so many things, like our 24/7 live broadcasts, the 2-year anniversary. the the live streaming event on the 1 million members. So yes, we've done a lot of things in TBC and for TBC. And one of the things that I want to do tonight is I actually want to say how upset I am with people as well. Because there's so many miscommunications, so many things that has been said the wrong way about TBC, so many things that have been handled the wrong way. People taking things the wrong way, not really understanding.
Misconceptions.
Misconceptions. Guys, this is not how we lead our life in TBC. Not by constantly being upset or and things like that. Um, so when at the end of the day, when it comes to things like that, we've got to understand that everyone is different. There's not two people that are exactly alike. So you've got to adapt to your situation, not let your situation adapt to you. So adapt to this person that you're selling TBC to, getting to join up a new member. Adapt to the way they are. You know, the most wonderful date we've currently received in TBC up to this date is the date of the migration, the 30th of April. And you know, we've got so many other things that was told to us in the interim. We've got great news, which I'm not going to say what it is.
Will be coming out in a blog.
Will be coming out in a blog with some awesome news. Tonight, we are now currently the 25th of April. Got literally 7 days until my mother and I leave for Uganda. We are so busy. Today was printing and wada. I'm not going to give the whole thing. But today we were busy, just like yesterday, the day before, and the day before that. You know, we need to make 1,000,000% sure that everything is on point, on key, 100%, 1,000,000% done perfectly. If we don't make sure, we're going to make a mistake. And there's no comebacks. We can't leave to Uganda and come back, and then we've got people that didn't really understand, then we've got to go all the way back to explain. There's nothing like that. We've got to do it once. We've got to do it right the first time. That's how we must work it.
And it's even rereading the blog, going over things, refreshing
Yes.
our mind. And
You know, my eyes are burning from all the reading we have been doing. And yes, you know, a lot of things a lot of people don't understand is when it comes to things like this is it's not easy. This is an extremely not difficult, challenging task. You have got so many plans to to go through. You have got so many things you need to work at and work with. You want to make sure everything is set in place properly. And a lot of people don't understand that. Also, a lot of people don't understand when people go and spread TBC. It's like a lot of people tell me, what's the point? The point is, I want to spread the news. I want to tell people about TBC. I don't have a job. TBC is my job. Spreading the word, giving out the abundance, telling people about the great news about TBC. It's wonderful.
you know, guys, yesterday we went to apply for our visas, and there's normally a time frame, a waiting frame. Good evening, Bitcoin Scott, and good evening, Stephen Caffey. Welcome to our show tonight, or James's Power Doctor show tonight.
Hi, guys.
And they said it could take from 2 days to 4 days for the visas, although they do send it to you by email. But we were blessed, and I know that we were blessed, and I know this is a gift from God because our visas, we have already got them. And we only applied for them yesterday because we went through to Johannesburg yesterday. The lady submitted it yesterday afternoon before closing time, and this morning just after 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock.
After 9 o'clock.
Just after 9 o'clock, we got the confirmation that the visas have been approved, and
We received them via email.
how much of a blessing is that we've just received?
Our visas was done and printed not even within 24 hours. That's amazing.
So now this brilliant coin is blessed by God, and it is a movement from God that we must, the people, spread to as many people as we can.
Hey, John. Welcome. John's my brother, guys, for some of you that doesn't know. Okay, but guys, we need to start putting our foot down.
Bitcoin Scott says, awesome. Yeah, that's how we felt this morning. And then I suddenly got butterflies.
Yeah,
My flight's not now, but I'm already getting butterflies. And then
we are nervous. We are nervous as heck.
that's okay.
We have never been on a flight before. I've never been in another country before. My mother has been. I've never been in a different country. I've been in South Africa for the past 24 years. Okay, I was in another country when I was 3 years old, but you can't remember stuff like that. I am extremely nervous. Just thinking about it makes my stomach turn.
Super stoked.
I'm excited, but I'm afraid as well at the same time. I know a lot of you guys will maybe understand what I mean, and a lot of you guys might have felt this before as well. What we need to start doing is we need to put our foot down when it comes to a lot of things in life. And I know I'm moving a bit away here, but I just want to mention the reason why I say that is how many of us go through personal problems, heartbreaks, and divorces, and wada. We go through so many different things, and yet we still go on with our life. But a lot of people go on, and we've been involved with the person. Okay, not now, not recently. It was last year sometime. When was it? Last year October or September? September, October.
Right.
When we were involved with the person that was misled.
Yeah, it was somewhere around there.
It was either September, October last year. We got involved with a guy that he was involved with someone that was in TBC, but has been in hasn't been in or has been in TBC since it was 2015, 2016. Um, and this guy was involved with him for a short while. But how this guy conned that other man out of thousands, but not conned. He received his TBC, and this other guy received like at the time he received like 10,000 rand, which is about just a little bit less than $1,000. And he got the misconception of no, this guy ran away with my money because now he went and bought himself this and bought himself that. So the person knew nothing and wasn't really explained what peer-to-peer is and how everything works. No, we had to work with this guy for a week or two to explain to him everything, all the questions he had. We had to answer, and if we didn't know anything, we'd go find out we'd go ask someone else a question, and also that someone gives us the answer as well. So that's how we worked it. We allowed people to, in our life, we allowed people to walk all over us and to sit in our heads and to do everything. Now, in actual fact, that's actually what happened with that person. Because by giving a person the wrong information and by misleading them, you sit on their heads.
Yeah, you're sending them down the wrong path. Well, he was sent down the wrong path, and then we had to re-steer him on the right path.
And we helped him. Today he's one of our good friends, and he said we must never mention him on our video, so I won't mention his name, but we'll call him anonymous. But now he trusts us to such a point that he can say to us this and this and this, and we can do it for him, and there you go, it's done. That's the personal relationships we have built with our TVC members, our team. And that's what we want to build with some of our extended family members and extended team members from other countries. that's where we of why is everyone always asking for banks? Why are they asking when's the cards coming? When's this coming? When's that coming? I made a video previously about uh, additionally asked questions and answers. Now, one of the questions that I get asked a lot is when is the banks coming? And we were asked that again, I think it was today. No, earlier today, this morning. We were asked that again. And again, we have to tell this person, okay, the banks are on board, but we need to be a more stable and stronger community before anything can happen. Like getting the migration done, getting our live broadcast slots full, um, working together as teams and being strong, not having arguments or naysayers or um,
Jealousy.
jealousy and things like that, where we can stand strong together and work together as a team without having a single issue.
No, a rugby team doesn't. The team itself doesn't run in the opposite direction. They don't go to their opponents and run with them and leave their teammates behind. They run in unison with each other as they play the game. TBC is not a game. That's not what I'm trying to say. But the one side, say the All Blacks, the team of the All Blacks, they play their game with their teammates to the opponent side. So now we have to now do exactly the same with our TBC. We've got to work this together. Can't now go to the opposite side and then still expect to get the rewards and the comforts from TBC, but you're on the opposite side, the negative side, because that's not how it works. You've got to stay with your team. You've got to help promote, encourage your team. We've got to really be there for each other as TBC members and family and team members and builders.
Yes. Guys, when it comes to all the naysayers and everything, you know what? I want to just say, look at how much admin has done.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm not going to say from the beginning, let's look over the last 2 months or 2 weeks even. Look how much admin has done. How much money has admin put into TBC of their own personal money? But we still get the naysayers. We still get the disbelievers. We still get the discounters. Isn't it about time we stop with that and start taking this coin to the future and moving this coin forward? Don't you
Not
think
taking
so?
2 steps back.
Instead of bringing it 2 steps back? Because by this old blockchain that we're changing from, by crashing last year, it put TBC 2 steps back. Instead of, I listened to admin when they first said, hold on the transactions for now. No one listened. They still carried on.
Trigger figure happy.
Everyone was trigger happy. That send button is also a toy.
It's not a toy,
That's
guys.
what a lot of people think. You can't send to every Dick, Tom, and Harry.
Life's not a toy.
It's not a toy.
And it's too much to say that Bitcoin's prosperity, but that has been there for a while. We all have our baggage, good and bad. We just need to learn from it and move on. Hope that won't happen.
Yeah. We do all have our own baggage, good and bad. But no matter what happens, we decide to leave the bad behind and we move on with the good.
You only take the good.
A lot of people do it opposite. That's how, just one thing. No matter if you're right or if I'm wrong, but we each lived our own life. So I can't say you're right, you can't say I'm right. I can't say you're wrong, you can't say I'm wrong. Because we weren't in each other's shoes. We weren't there, so we can't judge. We can't complain about things that happened 2 years ago or 6 months ago if you weren't with that person. You leave it behind you and you move forward. You don't talk about it no matter what happened, no matter who you did in, no matter who you lied to, no matter who you murdered or killed or raped or whatever. You leave it behind you. You get your forgiveness, you do your time, and you get your pain, whatever, and you move forward. You leave and we move to the future.
Good evening, Sharon.
Hi, Sharon Weller. Like, this is now where it comes with TVC. Also, again, everyone keeps on saying, yeah, but the send buttons were switched off early last year.
So?
The We've got transactions that never approved that kept on getting cancelled. Send buttons were switched off. Blockchain crashed. People are going on what happened last year. but they're not thinking of what's happening now.
Yeah.
Same happens in personal lives as well. But that's all I'll say about that because a lot of you knows what I mean. Even my mother knows what I mean. At the end of the day, we need to move on and we need to take this coin that we are all sitting with and we need to take it to the future. 100 million steps forward instead of 2 steps back. Because 2 steps back, to make up that 2 steps back, is going to take 500 million steps. If you have to sit and think about it in layman's terms.
Yeah, because there's going to be a lot of correcting and re-guiding and
Yes. Because you know that 2 steps back doesn't just maybe crash the blockchain, but it makes people lose interest, makes people run away, makes people stop. You know, no matter what happened, my mother never lost her faith in TBC, not once.
and I never will ever.
TBC is a gift from God. It's our inheritance on earth from God. And someone has put it on the earth for us through the guidance of God.
Admin did that for us.
And admin did it for us. So it's about time we start thanking and giving more to admin. Because that's all admin is doing to us, thanking us and giving to us. We must stop sitting on the beaches and watching everything go by while we can be in that crowd that's going by.
And make the change and help the change.
Change starts with yourself. Sort out your own house before you try and help. Help yourself first. You are important. Our TVC coin tells us so.
Yes, admin says so.
And admin says so. We are worth more than a brick of gold to the world. But the elite think a brick of gold is worth more than us. But it's incorrect. We are worth more than a brick of gold to the world. We are important. We have value. TBC gives us our value.
Intrinsic value.
And we need to start sharing our value. We need to start giving. We need to, like I said, instead of sitting on the beaches and watching the crowd go by, you can be in that crowd that's going by. Let everyone else sit there. You can tell them, listen, join me. If they don't want to join me, then leave them there. Let them be the ones crying and wishing they came.
Yeah, but do what Jared Windsor says. Tell them about it, and if they are not interested, then just let them know. Don't, in a couple of months or a year's time, tell me, but what about me? I did tell you, so you can't say I did not inform you about what's going on or the situation we're in. I want you guys to find out, sorry, a very important thing.
On my coffee.
Put yourself and walk the steps that admin has walked for us. Walk those steps with admin. Fill the admin shoes for a day, one day, and see how you feel after that one day that you are in admin shoes and you're accomplishing and doing what admin is doing. I don't think any of you guys, even myself included, and the Powerbox, I don't think that we'll be able to cope with what admin is doing for us and the things that he's going through or that they're going through. So we really need to treasure our admin with every single ounce of our breath that we have in our lungs and in our spirit and our heart and in our mind. Because that's what they've given to us. Admin has given this TBC coin, this abundance coin. It's not a lottery. It's not a quick rich scheme. I want you guys to really sit and think about that. I'd say to lots of people, you can't say anything until you've walked in those person's shoes. But you don't know what they've been through. We each have our own things that we've gone through in life, but it makes us a stronger person.
And don't judge someone for what they've been through.
So you can't judge, you can't ridicule, but do not let that hold you back just because of a mishap that happened. Pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and continue. If you get that one person that doesn't want to join, they will join.
Maybe not right now.
Let them soak it up. Go to this other person. There is so much that we can do, and we are utilizing our time only on a select few. There are so many people that need to know about the billion coin and the abundance of the billion coin. And we're not reaching them because we want that friend to be in. We want this cousin to be in.
Guys, my mom posted a video the other day, a recorded video, about a young man named Johannes. Wonder if a lot of you watched that video. You know what he says in that video on how we worked with him? We told him early last year, in the beginning when we first signed up, we told him about TVC. Not when I signed up, when my brother signed up, the 30th of March 2017. I told him about TVC. And they said,
Oh, really?
no, it's
Okay.
not going to work, they said. No, but as time passed,
We never hounded them.
never hounded them, just kept on going there. But they had a bit of an interest because they kept on asking, how's it going? So we told them and everything. But now as more time went past, I got my wallet, so my mother, my father, my wife, my brother invested a bit, purchased more TBC. We got referrals, we purchased TBC, we got our cookie rewards programs, we redeemed cookies, all of us at home. And we paid our $10 lifetime wallet fees. Okay, that we paid long before we told
Yeah, I
them.
think we paid our lifetime wallet fees in June.
Yeah, it was a month after we started, we paid our lifetime fee. And we had no money, but we paid. We
I
made
got
sure we
money.
paid. But after, yeah, it was about October, November, we partnered up with a few people and we took them buyers, a few people that had sent buttons. And we got them buyers. And what we also did is we wrote down the date they purchased TBC and the amount of coin they would receive for the value of that day. And we said when the send buttons are on, then we can put it into your wallet because it's what you purchased, $100. And after that started, these guys, it was two guys, Trevor and Johannes. They started seeing, but listen, this is now starting to get bigger now.
And very interesting.
Very interesting. They joined TBC. They just came up one day and they said, you know what, we want to join what you are doing. So what is it? And tell us more. Even though we've given them a lot of information, but they wanted more. They signed up. They paid for the $10 lifetime wallet fees. They purchased $100 of TBC. The one guy I think purchased $200. Yeah, Trevor purchased $200. Johannes purchased $100 of TBC. Now today, guys, they know TBC and they're distributing it to every single person they know. And here in South Africa, in the colored communities, in the low-lying communities, everyone knows everyone.
Yeah, everyone knows everyone.
So these guys, they know thousands of people. Maybe all only acquaintances, but they know hundreds and thousands of people. You know, see how they are promoting the coin.
Yeah, they can gooi a party.
They throw parties about for TBC to promote it. And it's wonderful. And that's what I want to see more people doing. They're also going to hopefully start their live broadcasting. So then we'll have more South Africans doing live broadcast shows. But guys, look, I see I've got to end tonight. Randy will be on in a few seconds. So I'm going to leave you guys with this. Like I said earlier, don't be the one sitting on the beaches watching the crowd go by. Be the one in the crowd watching the people go by.
But stand out.
Well, no, watching the quiet ones sit still and do nothing.
Stand out. Don't blend in. We're all going to stand out and stand up for TBC.
Okay, guys, till our next broadcast.
Thank you, Sharon. Thank you, Stephen. Thank you, Bitcoin Scott. We'll see you in the chat with Bitcoin Randy.
Thanks for all being here. We love you all. Till our next video and broadcast.